Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss degree third semester English, and the lesson we are going to discuss is your punctuation, that is from the grammar unit, first unit. Okay, before we move on to the lesson, I would like to inform you that I made a few videos from your third semester English students, new syllabus. Please go and check them. The links are given in the description box. So the poem, "O Captain, My Captain," in both Telugu and English, I made videos, and then pronunciation, monophthongs and diphthongs I did. Then your grammar, vocabulary, I made onomatopoeic words. So please go and check the videos. You will really learn a lot. Before you solve your final examination mock test also I have given students. So before you solve that paper, you go through these lessons. It will be very, very helpful for you. Now let us move on to the today's lesson, that is grammar, punctuation. So what is punctuation? What comes to your mind when we talk about punctuation? I think you all know the punctuation marks. And punctuation is an essential criterion for good writing. It provides clarity and organization to a written text. So if you want to bring some kind of meaning to what you write to your paragraph or to a piece of text, and the sentences have to be well organized. There should be some kind of coherence when you write a piece of text. So punctuation adds to that. It adds meaning to your paragraph or any article you write. So there are so many punctuation marks for today's class. I'm going to discuss these 9 punctuation marks, students. The first one is hyphen and dash, which is not given in your textbook, but I have added to your list. Then we talk about capital letters, then full stop, comma, colon, semicolon, question mark, exclamation mark, and then quotation marks. These are the few punctuation marks I'm going to discuss today, students. So just watch this small clipping about the hyphen and the dash. Okay, these are the important punctuation marks which are not there in your textbook, but I have added into this video lesson, students. Please go through this video clipping right now.
A hyphen is used to join together two words to create a new word. As you read the definition of the hyphen, you may have been thinking, oh yeah, a hyphen is a dash. However, you'd be incorrect. While hyphens and dashes look similar, they serve different functions in writing. The hyphen is only used to join two words together and is just one horizontal line long. It looks like this. A dash, on the other hand, is used to interrupt the flow of a sentence, to create an effect, or to show that the sentence's writer is changing thoughts. A dash looks like this. Dashes and hyphens, though they appear almost the same on the page, are not interchangeable. There are many rules associated with using hyphens. We're going to explore the rules that you'll use most often in your writing. Rule number 1. Use a hyphen to create a compound adjective when that adjective is used before a noun in a sentence.
Then this hyphen and dash, after going through the video clipping, I think you might have got an idea about this hyphen and dash. So there are 3 types of hyphens. First one is hyphen, second one is n dash, and the third one is m dash. So the first one, hyphen, it is the shortest mark of the 3 and has 2 functions. The first one is it joins separate words into a single word, like compound words. Okay, merry go round. These are the 3 words which are joined with the hyphens. Offshore, t-shirt, like that, you have these hyphenated words. And this is the shortest sign, students. Then second function is it is used to break a long word into parts so that the word can continue on other lines. Sometimes when we write, the word ends abruptly at the end of the page. So we have to break it. So when we break the word, we use this hyphen. So these are the 2 important functions of the hyphen, students. So this is the word examination, which cannot fit into the line. So I have to break it. So I broke it and then I used a hyphen to indicate that the word is continued in the next sentence. Then the second type of hyphen is called as n dash. The n dash is a bit longer than the hyphen. Its length is equal to the width of the letter n. When you write n, so what is the width of that letter? So that is the actual size of the n dash. Whence the name. Whence means hence. Hence or whence both are same, students. That is why. Okay, the size of the n. So whence the name also takes from its appearance or the size of the letter n dash. The n dash simply means through. It is used for any kind of ranges, typically like October to December we can write the hyphen. Monday to Friday we can use the hyphen, the n dash. Then 8 to 11 p.m. to indicate any time range also we use the n dash. Pages 130 to 232. So we use the n dash to indicate the through. Hope you are able to understand, students. The next one is the m dash. The m dash length is also equal to the width of the letter m. So whence the name. So the length indicates the name m dash. Whence or hence both are same, students. The M dash is used to denote a sudden break in thought. So when you're talking or when you're writing, you have to break your thought sometimes. So there, this M dash comes to our rescue. For example, the president, he had been criticized multiple times for ignoring the public opinion, opposed the idea of a referendum. So these are the ideas which have broken in between, and then M dash is indicating that. Second example, the prize winner, what a remarkable person she was, said she will donate the prize money to the Red Cross. So all these ideas are broken thoughts actually, and they are indicated with this M dash. Another important use of this dash is a longer dash can indicate a blank too. So in fill in the blanks, we use a longer dash. There is a dash under the table. So a blank is also indicated with a longer dash. Hope you understood the hyphens and the dash, students. Then your textbook talks about 8 punctuation marks. The first one is capital letters. So when do we use capital letters? Capital letters, also known as uppercase letters, are used for the following. The first one is the first letter of a sentence. Whenever you begin a new sentence, the first letter has to be written in capital letter. These are the examples. Krishna Devaraya, then after full stop, he. H should be capital. Then second, the first letter of proper nouns as well as every letter of certain acronyms. So proper nouns are the names of persons, place, animals or things. So all the proper nouns have to be written in capital letters. Here Virat Kohli, Telugu. Telugu is the name of the subject. The Charminar, it's a monument. Sikh, a religion. Holi, festival. Hyderabad is a place. Godavari, name of the river. Economic Times, name of a newspaper. Sunday, day, name of a day. Midnight's Children, a novel. So all these are proper nouns which have to be written with the first letter in capital letter. Then the acronyms or the abbreviations of some countries and other organizations also have to be written in capital letters. All the letters have to be written in capital letters. USA, ATM, CEO, etc. Then the first person pronoun I. When you talk about I, it has to be written in capital letter, regardless of its position in a sentence. Wherever it appears, it has to be written in capital letters. Nowadays, your technology comes to your rescue. Your Microsoft and other formats, they always correct it. Auto correction is there. Even if you type it in small case or small letters, it will change it into capital letter. This is the exam. And here now when Raj came, I was out of town. Where we weren't ready, neither he nor I. So wherever I comes, it has to be written in capital letters. The next punctuation mark is full stop. A full stop, also known as a period, is used in the following ways. Full stop is in British English, students, and period is in the American English. Okay. It is used at the end of a sentence that is not a question or exclamation. So if it is not a question or exclamation only, you will be using a full stop. For example, he has just arrived, he knocked at the door. So two sentences ending with a full stop. To indicate abbreviations and decimal points in numbers. So I usually get up at 5 a.m. This is an abbreviation which takes full stops here. When I lived in the UK also used with dots or the full stop. The company's profits grew by 7.5 annually, 5% annually. So 7 point also is used, students, here, numericals. Then the next punctuation mark is comma. A comma indicates, this is the symbol of comma, students, indicates a slight pause and is used to divide a sentence into several parts. Sometimes we have to use a very lengthy sentence. So to enable the readers or the listeners to understand it, we have to break it into parts, and that breaking is indicated with commas. The purpose of commas is to make it easier to follow the meaning of a sentence, especially longer sentence. They are used in the following ways: to separate words in a list. The cafe is decorated with red, yellow, and white roses. You can order coffee, tea, milkshake, or hot chocolate. You can order. Sometime back, there was a correction, students, sentence was given like order for coffee, and in one of the YouTube videos, that I mean, the YouTuber was telling the error as you can order for a cup of coffee, but for is wrong, students, and it should be just order coffee. That's all. No, placing an order is wrong. Order for coffee or order for a cup of coffee is an error. Simply you have to say order coffee. That's all. Tea, milkshake or hot chocolate. To separate phrases or clauses, if you keep calm, take your time, concentrate and think clearly, you will perform better. So these are the clauses or the phrases you are separating with the help of commas. Both before and after a clause or phrase that gives additional information about the noun it follows. For example, Draupadi Murmu, comma, the president of the country, comma, visited a school in our village. My mother, comma, who is a farmer, comma, is the sole breadwinner of my family. So this is how we separate with the help of a comma, students. Next, to separate independent clauses, especially long ones, linked by conjunctions such as and, as, but, for, or, so on. Recently, they say after and we need not use a comma, students. That is the latest update. So after and, don't use the comma. We wanted to go out today, but it is raining heavily. Okay. So these are some of the uses of commas, and some more are there. To separate question tags from the rest of the sentence. It's lovely weather today, comma, isn't it? Let's go out, shall we? So isn't it and shall we are the question tags. Before the question tags, you have to use these commas. And this is an examination question, students. Sure, short examination question. You will get this. In the punctuation, they'll give you a small paragraph and will ask you to put the punctuation marks. So if you come across these question tags, see that you put a comma before the question tags. Do not forget it. To introduce a direct quote, Disraeli said, little things affect little minds. So this is the quote, and before the quote also you have to use a comma. Next punctuation is colon. A colon, can you see the colon marks, students, here? Two dots, vertical dots. Is used to elaborate upon a statement. It is used in the following ways. This question I have given in the mock test. So when you go through the mock test, students, this question appears over there. What is the function of the colon? Colon is used to elaborate upon a statement, means to add meaning. To introduce a list of items, I purchased many items, say colon, notebooks, pens, crayons and brushes. This is the list of items, and before the list of items you have to put the colon. Next, to add additional information or an explanation of what has been stated. Example, she was certain about one thing, colon, she would never give up. Okay, so this is an additional information. Then to introduce a quotation, Benjamin Franklin believed that wicked deeds should not go unpunished. Pardoning the bad, comma, is injuring the good. So this is to introduce a quotation with the help of a comma. Note that the part of the sentence that comes before the colon is nearly always an independent clause. There are, however, a few accepted exceptions. Clauses and phrases, I made a video, students, in conditionals. The lesson's name is conditionals. There I have explained the clauses and phrases. So you can check on that video to understand what a clause is. So to separate a work's title from its subtitle or numbers when expressing time or ratios. Example, class began at 9:30 a.m. We discussed the novel Frankenstein, the modern Prometheus. So this is an extra information about the novel. To introduce a long quotation that is set off, usually intended, from the rest of the text in which it appears. If the quotation is long also, you have to break it with the help of a colon. Okay, then comes semicolon. A semicolon, can you see the mark, students? A full stop and a comma in a vertical manner has two rules: to link two or more independent clauses that are connected to each other in order to emphasize the relation of one to other. That means, example, she refused to give up, semicolon, she had worked too hard. So these are the two clauses, parts of sentence, that are connected with the help of semicolon. To separate items in a list, I love idli, not masala dosa, tea, not coffee, and fruit salad, not ice cream. So look at the use of the semicolon, students. And the last one, no, it's not last one. So the next punctuation mark is question mark. And this is a very simple one. You all know where a question mark is used. It is used in two ways. At the end of a direct question, like where are you going? Who is going with you? And within parenthesis, parenthesis means brackets, to express a doubt. Whenever you get a doubt, you can put a question mark in the parenthesis. John Marston, 1575 to 1634. Is it correct or not? When you don't know, you put a question mark. That means you yourself, the writer or the speaker, is expressing a doubt when the question mark is put between the brackets. Was an English poet. Okay, and one suggestion, students, whenever you read a piece of text, you look out for these punctuation marks. Definitely now onwards you will come across these punctuation marks, all the 9 punctuation marks which I am discussing here, you will come across. So just have have an idea, have a focus on these punctuation marks. Then the next one is exclamation mark. You all know when we use exclamation marks or exclamation. Exclamation means a strong feeling. So an exclamation mark, this is the exclamatory mark, students, is used after an interjection. Interjection is nothing but a strong feeling. Or at the end of a sentence expression expressing surprise, joy, anger, shock, or some other strong emotion. Wow, that's excellent. Never, the victim cried. So these are all strong exclamations, students. Sometimes, only after the exclamation it is used, not at the end of the sentence. Sometimes they use it. See, in the second sentence, they haven't used it, students. In the first sentence, they have used the two exclamatory marks. So you can use it if you want it. So then the quotation marks. Quotation marks are the inverted commas. Single quotation marks means two apostrophes are generally used in British English, whereas double quotation marks, see, these are the double quotation marks, are used in American English, also known as inverted commas. So quotation marks are used in the following ways: to enclose direct speech and direct quotes. So when you're indicating direct speech, the teacher said, today we will discuss punctuation. This is British way of using quotation marks. When they have used the single marks, if you use double, it is American. So both the ways you can use. To draw the reader's attention to a term or phrase. Example, um, Quotation marks are sometimes referred to as inverted commas. Many people are imprisoned in the name of national security. So national security is used in quotation marks. This is to highlight, draw the reader's attention to these phrases. They use it in quotation marks. Then the last use is to enclose the titles of short works such as poems, short stories, essays, or parts of a longer work such as chapters within books. John Keats wrote the poem Ode to Nightingale. So this is the name of the poem which is used in the which is written between quotation marks. In modern usage, the titles of longer works such as books, plays, and films, as well as newspapers and websites, are italicized in print. So instead of using the quotation marks, they are italicizing, changing the font. So sometimes it is understood, these are the ways of highlighting instead of using the quotation marks, that because now the technology is at hand, students, they make use of the technology. When people did not have these kind of technology, only handwritten manuscripts were there they used these quotation marks and all to draw the attention of readers. But now they simply change the font, they highlight it or they italicize it, they change the font, they bold it and all. And underline when handwritten, though quotation marks may be used. So when handwritten, quotation marks used. I watched the film Makbul and then read Macbeth, the play that's inspired the film. So see, this actually has to be written in quotation marks, Maghmul. Maghmul is the name of the film, but they are taking the help of the technology and change the font into italicized. Macbeth also in the same way. Now coming to your textual exercises, students, these are some of the exercises given in your textbook. Punctuate the following sentences correctly. Capitalize words where required. So wherever you have to use the capital letters, use them, full stops, quotation marks, question marks, all the 9 punctuation marks which you have discussed up till now, you have to use them. Let us read the first sentence. I speak Telugu, English and Hindi. So I should be capital letter. Telugu, English and Hindi are the names of the languages. So they have to be written in um, capital letters. So I speak Telugu, English and Hindi. After Telugu, comma, because it's a list of things. So how many punctuation marks we have used in this? 1, T2, comma, 3, E4 and H5 and full stop. 6 punctuation marks we have used in this textbook, in this sentence, students. So this is how you have to be very careful, and these type of questions are sure to come in your examination. Second sentence, you can go to a movie, play or exhibition. Here also a list is there, movie, play or exhibition. So you can go to a movie, comma, play or exhibition, full stop. You with a capital Y. Rabindranath Tagore was a great Indian poet. Rabindranath Tagore is a proper noun, so it should be written in a capital letter. R and T capital, was a great Indian poet. Indian I capital. After poet, the sentence is coming to an end, so full stop. Alas, his father had died. This is an exclamatory sentence. So after alas, you have to use the exclamatory mark. His father has died. Either full stop or exclamatory mark you can use, students. H capital. She is doing better now, isn't she? This is a question tag. You remember, before the question tag, comma should be there, and after the question tag, question mark should be there. She, S capital. So these are all the punctuation marks. She is doing better now, isn't she? May I come in, sir? It's a request, but in the question form. So question mark should be used. I in a capital letter, M and S in capital letter. The speaker asked the students, who is your favorite politician? So here this is the direct speech. Who is your favorite politician is a question. So this is how you are going to write, student. The speaker asked the students, comma, start quotation marks or the inverted commas. Who is your favorite politician? Question, and then close the sentence with the quotation mark. How extraordinary is a, again, exclamatory sentence. She asked me what time it was. So this is, though it looks like a direct speech, students, it is not a direct speech. What is the time? then it becomes a direct speech, but here it is what time it was. It's like a sentence, so it is not a direct speech, it's a sentence. So S capital and full stop, student. Are you coming today? It's a question. So you have to use are you coming today? That is the question mark you have to use here. So hope you understood all these punctuation marks, students. So in the examination, don't be in a hurry. Read the sentence twice and then write the answers correctly. Then the next exercise. Check whether the following sentences have been correctly punctuated. Correct those sentences that have been punctuated incorrectly. That means only a few sentences are there which are not punctuated correctly. So those you have to identify. The first one is correct only, students. I said to my father, comma is there, inverted commas is there. Please give me 500 rupees for my exam fee. Okay, comma, inverted commas close. She was born on Friday in April. This is not punctuated correctly. So Friday has to be in capital letter, April has to be in capital letter because they are the names. Third one, wow, what a beautiful idea. So this is punctuated correctly. Okay. Fourth sentence, may I know whom you are talking to? So I should be capital letter, students, here, and then this exclamatory mark should not be there. It's a question. May I know whom you are talking to is a question. So here you have to use a question mark and I should be in capital letter. Then help, she cried. This is also an exclamatory and correctly punctuated. The Thames River flows through London, UK. This is not punctuated correctly. The should be with a capital T. Thames is the name of the river, should be with a capital T. And then UK, it's an abbreviation, should be in capital letters. Seventh one, she likes milk, comma, not tea, semicolon, because the list is starting here or breaking of the ideas are there. Fruits, comma, not ice cream, semicolon, and walking, comma, not running. So it is completely punctuated. Seventh one. Eighth, UNESCO declared the Ramappa temple a World Heritage Site. So UNESCO is an organization name. It has to be in capital letters and then declared the Ramappa temple. It's a proper noun and a World Heritage Site. Ninth one, he cleared the UPSC exam in December. This also has to be punctuated. He capital, H capital. UPSC is an organization name. So all the letters have to be capital. December is a month's name. Should be D should be a capital letter. She says nothing comes out of nothing. So it's a quotation. The beginning of the quotation you have to use a semicolon and it is punctuated correctly, students. So these are some of the exercises, textual exercises. Hope you have understood the importance of punctuation marks and the punctuation, how it brings meaning to the meaning and organization to your written text or spoken text, students. Okay, spoken, when you translate into written, you have to use all these kind of punctuation marks. Okay, and the last exercise, read the following paragraph adapted from the additional reading section which is given in your textbook and punctuate the as necessary. The Brahmaputra river, the should be, T should be capital, B should be capital, and then Brahmaputra river is home to the world's largest river island, Majuli. Majuli is the name, so M should be capital. And here the sentence comes to an end, student. So there should be a full stop. Okay, I have enlarged the full stop. Then this, after full stop, it should start with a capital letter. This island is almost 1,000 hectares in area, but is constantly threatened by submersion due to widespread soil erosion. Here the sentence ends. So full stop should be there. Then again T should be capital. To stop Majuli, again M should be capital. From shrinking the forestry division of Assam's. Again Assam is the name of the state. A should be capital. And S, a possessive, Assam's Golaghat district. So before S there is an apostrophe, students. If you notice here, this is an apostrophe. Okay, Assam's Golaghat. Golaghat, again name of the district, should be with a capital G. District launched a plan in 1980 to plant trees across 200 hectares. full stop. Jadav Payeng, so it's the proper name, J should be capital. Jadav Payeng was one of the local laborers hired to help with this effort. Full stop should be there. So these are the some of the exercises, students. Hope you understood it. And then if you have any queries, do not hesitate to put them in the comment section. Go through the video once again, then you will understand it very clearly, students. So once you learn the punctuation marks, you should never forget them throughout your life. The moment you look at the punctuation, you should understand its function. Okay, and as usual, if this tutorial has made sense, please like, share and subscribe because it will help others. I always tell that YouTube algorithm will share the video only depending upon the likes. Okay, student, thank you for watching. Let's meet up in the next video. All the best. Take care. Bye bye.